Good evening, Mike the MC, bringing you the self-care video. Today I'm going to share with you all, when you find this video, the topic of hyper-masculine and hyper-feminine nature from Edith Stein. And I think this is a very interesting topic with respect to being a human being and falling into the trap of just thinking it's all on our own to live by our nature, in the sense that, okay, everything has to be masculine or everything has to be feminine, and we must destroy the other nature at all costs. And how to avoid that kind of thinking by living abstractly and living with balance, to avoid not becoming one-sided but becoming a complete human being. I think this will be a great topic to discuss with you from the work of St. Edith Stein and the trap of how to avoid that and how to live and help our families and become a whole person helping our communities. So let's get this topic started. So Edith Stein was talking about from her work on women and how that there is this trap of being hyper masculine and hyper feminine, where basically, let me just share, the danger lies in that state of being hyper masculine, which is a type of abstract objectivity, and in suppressing the drive towards total humanity. Likewise, with the hyper feminine, it is the error of judgment, where an excessive concern with her own personal worth. And so Edith Stein clarifies that to avoid that abstract objectivity where you're destroying the other nature by having a certain detachment from oneself and from others as well as needed. Right. And so maybe I said that earlier at the start of the video, abstract objectivity, but the idea is not to fall one-sided, not to fall into this trap of saying, okay, these are my beliefs of nature and how it should be, therefore I will destroy the other nature, and being hyper vigilant in what I believe is the correct way of thinking. And you look back and you think, okay, how are other people, entertainers, leaders across the world, politicians speaking today to the rest of the people across the world, to the masses? Are they speaking in this way? Do they speak from a perspective of being a total human being? Who are my role models? Who do I follow? Are they really objective, subjective? How do they have a balance in life? How do they treat other people around them? And when you start to notice these things around the leaders and role models that we follow, you start to think, okay, maybe they are disappointing me. I remember this one priest sharing this one talk with us saying that, okay, an athlete, as great as they are on the field, they may disappoint you still as a person, because when you talk with them behind the scenes, they may have a different life that doesn't correlate with what they are in the field, and you're like, where did that come from? Wow, I did not believe that they believed in that, or that they really treated people like that as trash and just set them aside. But then you come to think, okay, people are different social levels as far as community as well, right? I mean, yeah, there are the rich, the poor, the middle class, different perspectives of the community where, okay, if you are in the higher side of community where, okay, you get to go to the town meeting and set the rules for how the town should survive or what new projects are going to be done. So to build a new company or agency and make an alliance with other people from different countries as well. Where do you stand in the community, right? But if you are forgetting the total humanity that is right behind you or that you live with as well, then how are you going to support that humanity if you yourself are divided from the very belief that, all right, it's only my belief, my way, the highway, or no one else gets to live in this community? And that's how the segregation comes about, the division of people across the communities throughout the world. If you forget to not look away from, say you were tunnel vision, I know I did that a few times, look away from the tunnel vision, have a peripheral vision perspective, start to look around and say, oh, I forgot I had other communities in my town. Maybe I should be a good leader, a good king, a good president, prime minister, and take care of these other people that are at my community as well, that are living within. And therefore I can provide them resources, start to create a school for them, right? Have a English school, a Spanish school, a Dutch school, right? Whatever community that you recognize is in your own. That way you take care of all the subgroups as well. But now, going back to other topics, people say, well, what about immigration? There's the right way, there's the wrong way. Okay, I'll leave it at that. And if you do it the right way, okay, then legally build schools, build systems to support those communities. And then when it's on the illegal side, then they must restart at the very beginning. I would argue you cannot start at level 100 if you came from level 0, in the sense that, okay, I'm just going to cut through all these systems so that way I am at the top and I don't have to do anything. To support your community, pay the taxes, do what you must to keep your community thriving. That's being a taxpayer and supporting those who are at the higher levels of government, supporting, making laws to support the rest of the community. I know I went all political right there for a second, but my point is, if you're going to support the system, support it. That way it will support you back. That's what I'm driving at. And if you don't support your system, then why stand aside and kind of hang around, right? Getting all the benefits. It's like, oh, you're reaping the rewards, but what are you really contributing, right? And people will say, okay, well then why don't you help all the homeless on the side of the street, help all the people on the other parts of the community? Yeah, let's do it. Let's provide other resources for the people that cannot support them. There's a difference between having the ability but choosing not to do if you have the ability. See, if you have the ability and you're just saying, I'm just going to be lazy today, I'm not going to do anything, then I mean, you have skills, you have talents. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the things that were given to you. And I would argue with Edith Stein, if you want to have that balance in life, want to find that strength in yourself, yes, go and pursue your degree, career, go against the critics and be great, right? Don't be afraid to grow and be awesome and authentic. It's one thing to be told that you're no good and then to give up totally. And I would argue that's not being a human being when you give up on yourself. We have to be resilient and strive to move forward and face a critic when a critic stands in our face and says, you're no good. Because from me to you, you are good and you can do great. You can learn that language. You can pick up those other math skills. You can pick up the computer programming. You can pick up the leadership that the people need from you in your community and to be the best person model that you can be. Because when you lead by example, then that will inspire other people to be complete human beings as well. And that way that takes care of not only you, but the people around you and your community as a response. And that is how you avoid the abstract objectivity that Edith Stein is alluding to. So that way you are not one-sided or hyper masculine or feminine, but you are a totally complete human being, and with that wholeness, trying to help other people by striving to help others become their best version of themselves. A community that strives to be the best that they can be, that is awesome. That is where you have the greatest growth, and people are making businesses thrive, and things are happening around the community to help those in less need, or in more need, and they're less fortunate. Forgive me. So help your community. Be vigilant. Be strong in the right way. Vigilant in that you grow and take care of yourself. And by doing that, you'll be a totally complete human being. Don't give up on yourself. Be strong and courageous. And always remember, a good leader will go and lead first. So that is for me, Mike the MC, on Wednesday. You find this video in the evening later on. Hope this finds you well. And remember, be strong to yourself and go first and be the leader that the community needs from you. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good one.